This is gonna be part one of dimes I missed out on. I didn't post yesterday, but I got to post today. Um, so these will be the uh, two instances where I had, some baddies, and I fumbled the bag basically. I fucked the bag up. But the first one, this was this summer of after my junior year in high school. I still have her on Instagram, so I'll put receipts on part two. So I'll get you guys excited for part two. Um, she was bad. It was like this. So basically, this art school in Portland that they closed like 2 years ago or something. Um, it was like this. It was called like it was some sort of training to get into art school, and she was it was a bunch of like band kid types, but there was this one girl. I thought she was Asian at the time, but later on I started talking to her, and she told me she was like Salvador from El Salvador, like her family was from El Salvador, but she was bad, bro. I mean, on Instagram, I have her on Instagram, so I see her all the time, and she was hella bad. Um, and I remember when I first said it was like the first break in that class or whatever, and then there's this little like break area, and I was like, "Hey," I said like hi, I think, and then she was actually like chill, and she was hella bad, so I was like kind of surprised that she was chill because in my high school the 10, the nines, 10, well there wasn't tens, but like the really bad, the upper echelon in SMV were like they didn't really reciprocate to my interactions, so that surprised me. And I forgot it was so long ago. I forgot what was like the first conversation, but I remember I remember this was around the time the Yeezys came out, the 750s, the chocolates, and I remember trying to get them, and I remember telling her about it, and she thought it was like funny, I guess. But I definitely could tell looking back. So this is a trope I want to get into is like not sealing the deal. This is what I would call fumbling. I'd fuck the bag up and not, and I've had a few of those, and this series is obviously on that. And like one time she was wearing these jeans with holes in them, and like I was like fiddling with it on her thigh, and she was like, "Stop," and I was like, I'm so like looking back now, just like what the fuck? Why you could have fucked? Like, what are you doing, bro? But you know, low T and low uh, understanding of women. I didn't seal the deal, but it was like a flirty friend vibe. But like looking back now in this drought, and I'm just like, you know. But fast forwarding to now, she has like a whole family and shit. So she has like a 4-year-old son or some shit, 5-year-old son, and like a whole ass family. So it's like, damn, you really see how you fuck the bag up. Um, but yeah, I definitely think she liked me, and I just for whatever reason I didn't. Oh, it's so bizarre looking back now because I mean I still have that low T attribute. Like, um, there's nothing more embarrassing than an indecisive man, and that's something that I struggle with, unfortunately. And even this week, something embarrassing happened. Maybe I'll get into it, but yeah, I mean, it's just so unattractive, and that's something. I mean, when it comes to like friends or like friend zone type things, it's kind of like a long term thing. It's not like a immediate interaction. So that indecision becomes unattractive in to the girl. Um, so it's not like an immediate interaction with the stranger or whatever. But I mean, it's pretty immediate that a woman realizes, oh, he likes me. And of course, they use the male for the validation and platonic energy or non sexual attention. And the man is just there, like a bloodhound waiting for the moment to strike. Except me, I didn't have that. I was just like the friend and just stayed the friend. Like, no, like, plan or anything. So it was just it was a cringe one. I think I'll get into the next one in part two, just to see if you guys want to stay tuned for that one. But this one was trying to think what else happened. She was really chill. She was really nice, and on her Instagram, she's still like a chill, just like a normie type, not like my type of girls that I like are white girls, so she doesn't really fit in that. Um, she's I think she lives in Texas now. Um, it's like a norm. Yeah, but I ended up not going to that college because it's like $1 trillion art school. Um, but yeah, I look back now and I'm like, she was submissive. Like, she was like, she was really bad. Um, the only thing is she didn't have like the fattest ass, and that's what I'm into. So it's kind of give and take. But yeah, I'll get into the next one on the next video. So but yeah, that's the time I fucked up. I fucked the bag up. I fumbled a dime.